Here's everything you need to know about Safehouse. And it begins at the beginning with these two guys. As you can see, there's a tiny chance that they can get knocked down, or that the left one can get knocked down. You do want to kill the right one first, because he will turn the corner and go up, so he's closer. So you want to kill the right one first. There's a small chance that the other one gets knocked down. And to sort of work against that a little bit, I recommend that you... I want to die right now. Anyway, I recommend that you swing your mouse sort of very, very quickly. As you approach him, you swing your mouse very quickly from right to left, so that you kill the left guy before he can possibly get knocked down. It'll take a few frames before he can knock down, so you want to get ahead of that. Also, you want to, as you enter, you want to go to the right, because if you go down like this, you get into the line of sight of this man. If you go to the bottom right, oops, my mouse was misplaced. As you can see, you can stand here and not be seen at all. So as you enter, you want to go to the bottom right. That's going to become even more important with the other strat, but for this strat, the first strat is to just throw the knife at him. And I think what you would see mostly is that people hide here and then they do this. As you just saw, you could theoretically, I guess, stand here and take an easy shot. That's up to you. I don't think this one is particularly risky, but what can happen is if you enter and you do like this, and then you walk over here. Somewhere at this point he can see you and he can start coming down to this corner. So then and then we can, yeah, I mean now he's shooting, but as you can assume, there's a small chance, fuck this game, that he comes down here to this corner. So then either you want to throw at him as he approaches, which is not hard, he's really close and the angle is similar, or you have to wait for him to cut the corner and then you swing at him. So that is why I recommend you try to stay away, like maybe not cut over there too much, or maybe just do this. And then you throw at him, and these guys you do with melee. And you should keep in mind that the meat cleaver does not have inactive frames. You can just hold left click and you cannot die as long as you aim. Everything in front of you always dies without exception. So we just hold left click and then we approach this place. Of course we want to get close here because this guy is here, so we want to go get to him as soon as possible. And but you don't want to touch these curtains. If your cleaver touches the curtain, you die. And almost, that was like a pixel away. So just don't get too close to them. Maybe think of it like a standing at this corner or standing just above the table, and then you're good. You can take your time and take these throws very slowly, as you will see now, as we for the first time do the entire floor. Not even. As you can see, I have plenty of time until this guy comes around, because what you want to do with this strat, you don't have any knives, so you have to approach them, and you want to wait until this patrol passes the station, like right about now. This is when you want to go. You don't want to go when he's further up. I can't even tell you why, but there is a chance that, because if you're fast, you're gonna reach him about here, or earlier even. And if you want to approach him, then there's a chance he just shoots you, so you don't want to risk that at all. There we saw that he can come. And I guess what you could theoretically do is try and lure. That's fine, especially if you're late for some reason, which can happen. You get a knockdown or something, or you miss a knife or something. You're late and he's down here, then really the only thing you can do is lure them, which is not an issue. I personally have not ever died to this, but then again, I haven't done this strat in a long time. Yeah, I don't think this is a big problem at all. You just keep in mind he needs to pass the stationary and then you're good. Then you just come in and swoop. Of course, you want to aim up for him and then aim to the right for them. If you miss the melee guy, it's no big deal, right? You just wait. Also, you can get a knockdown here. There's really nothing you can do. Nothing worthwhile anyway. And there you go, I got the knockdown and I gotta wait for him. Now, okay. Look, I'm rusty, okay? I haven't played this game in a long time. It is doable. So this strat is really quite simple. Even if things go wrong, they're not that big a deal, as this guy is just patrolling a small place. If you go really fast, as I said, you're gonna reach him as he's like... If you go really fast, you're gonna reach him as he's here. You don't want to wait for him to go all this distance. So the alternative strat is to do this. We just keep our knife, and then we have a knife for him at the end. This is tricky and risky. Tricky, first of all, because your movement needs to be good, and you have to practice this a lot for your movement to be that good. Because you can get stuck on this. You can get stuck on this, and even if you don't get stuck, you don't want to be like all over the place. You want to be really smooth, like really tight around these. And also, you gotta. That's like, this is annoying. You gotta sort of turn the go around the corner here and get him, but also get him. So this strat only recommended if you're good or have a lot of time on your hand to practice. And only really recommended if you're too fast for the other strat. And of course the other problem is that he can... Let's try some other RNG. I'm too good at the video game, but yeah, he can... How did I not even get shot there? He can shoot you. Particularly if your movement is not good, if you're all over the place, he sees you and he shoots. And this is also why I said you wanna... See, now I died. Why did I die? Because my beginning here was bad. So what I recommended to you in the beginning is that you go to the right. You go to the right because here he can't see you at all. He just cannot see you at all. And then from here, so to get to him with melee, you want to sort of go around again where he cannot see you. So, I mean, basically I press up left again, but you don't want to go too low and go like this, I guess. I'm not super sure, but you can guess. If you just look at my lines, I'm barely below this, and then I try to, like, I think I get about here, and then I go up again. So I don't want him to see me, so that I don't sort of prime him to have a faster reaction time, because the problem here is, now you need to know how AI works. A gun AI, the moment they get eye contact, there is randomness to it, but okay, so assume they see you over the table. So the randomness occurred, he sees you over the table because he has line of sight. Now, as long as he sees you, he sort of starts shooting his gun. He doesn't shoot his gun on frame 1, he's gonna take a few frames, like 13 frames actually. He's gonna wait 13 frames before he's allowed to shoot, after he first sees you. But if you spend 1 frame or 2 frames in his line of sight before you sort of go back into hiding up here, that means for 2 frames he was preparing his gun, and then in this next section he has 2 frames faster reaction. So you don't want to sort of get him, and you notice this, like, he will be looking in a random direction, and if he sees you even just for 1 frame, he turns around. But he snaps onto you, and that's when you know you fucked up. So that's why you wanna go to the right. But also I think it's, I don't know, I've gotten used to it anyway, that basically I start this section sort of by walking left, and then I always do the same thing here, rather than, I don't know, doing this, I guess. I'm not sure. So yeah, you do this, try to get good movement, try to really hug this corner. Again, you want to minimize any frames that he has line of sight on you. Then you stand here until this guy dies, and then you do the same thing, right? Only in this case, you don't really want to take a time, because now you can save time. We have a knife. We can clear this bottom right room as soon as we like. And of course is by throwing at him. And as you can see, the throw is not easy. This throw in particular is much worse than the other ones. His hitbox is thin. These other two guys have big hitboxes and are easy to hit. His is less than half the surface from this perspective, so he's really hard to hit. I recommend if you want to get these long throws, you really move your mouse far away. You hold shift and you really aim as far as you can. I like to aim just behind them or on top of them, like this, then like this. This is already far enough that your aim sort of gets better, because imagine trying to aim at him by looking at in front of you. That's not... Just wiggling your mouse a little bit, like if there's like a mini earthquake, I can't hit him, but if there's a mini earthquake and I'm aiming here, I can still hit him. And the same applies to him, even although I go even more extreme. I just move my mouse as far right as I can, and I throw like that, and I die. I'm getting confused with all these strats, so I like to do that. And even then, if I'm not practiced, if I'm rusty, the throws are really bad. So what most people actually do is they lock onto him, which sounds awkward. But the solution is, of course, to just walk into the other gunman, because standing inside of the gunman, he can't shoot you. He will always shoot behind you. So you're safe from him. So again, you as you do this, and yeah, I didn't say this. Like for this guy, you wanna, throw and hide again because he can shoot. So you always want to throw and hide again. You don't want to throw and unless you have a death wish, or you really need to save 1 second for world record. So you lock on as you throw him. As you come out again, you lock onto him, to the patrol, and just as you come around this corner, you throw and hold left click. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything more to say about this. Yeah, I got stuck on the table there and died. I got stuck on the table again and just about didn't die. That was not even the strat I wanted to I don't do that strat. It just about worked. I don't do this strat, I'm not good at it. That's it. That's almost all you will ever see about Safehouse. There's only one thing that I came up with once, because this guy is so risky, right? Like this specific guy. I was wondering whether this would work, but as you can see, even this isn't safe. But even so, I'm gonna just, this is the idea. It's not even fast, but just some food for thought, I guess. If I could hit my shot. This really makes it hard to hit your shots because your mouse is all over the place. Don't really recommend this strat because you get a lot of knockdowns on these two guys, and apparently, as you can see, it's not even safe. So yeah, that's the entirety of Safehouse explained really poorly, but explained nonetheless.